Okay, we'll talk about Rand Paul and his endorsement of Mitt Romney. I don't really care about it. I am a Ron Paul supporter, and I was a little bit disturbed, but at the same time, he did say that he was gonna be endorsing whoever the nominee was, and he said unfortunately it wasn't his father, so it made it that much harder um, to endorse him. And like he said, he promised the GOP back in his state that he would endorse and support wherever the nominee uh, was that was on the GOP side. You know, whether it's for president or in his home state or not. But the problem with that is he compromised, and for us, that's a big compromise that we don't like. You know, we just hate the word compromise, and we see what compromising has done to this country. So, but you know, he and the worst part is it's also Mitt Romney too. You know, so I do understand where everyone's coming from that does hate this endorsement because I mean this guy's pro-war and pro big corporates and big banks. You know, he how do you support someone that we're trying to get rid of the Fed, try and get rid of these wars. This guy's for war. This guy's for the banks. Why even endorse him? But it's a big compromise that Rand Paul is doing. But that's not my beef with Rand. You know, I think he has a hard time coming. You know, it's just like Ron Paul is doing is trying to get to the people, trying to tell them exactly what's going on, not sugarcoating anything, not telling them that we're getting bombed because we're rich and freedom of religious stuff. It's not like that. They don't kill us or they don't come over here and try to kill us because we're free and prosperous. They kill us because we are over there. It's so simple. If your neighbor came to your freaking house and start like blowing shit up in your house, what are you gonna do? Kill him. He blows. Simple as that. So, but the problem with Rand is I think he is on a dangerous path. He's trying to please the established GOP on one side and trying to carry his GOP, his libertarian philosophy with him, and it's good that he has it. It's good for us that there will be someone in the on Capitol Hill that will carry our message, but it is very dangerous because say he promised them that he would do this when he becomes president. He sugarcoats it for defense. I would never let something happen to our country and stuff like that. And then the media on one side is saying, hey, he pulled back all these troops. What do you think is going to happen and whatnot? Oh, shit's going to be blowing up the next day, There's going to be someone that's going to be so frightened that they don't understand why he's doing this. And they might just, decide to take him out. It's a dangerous path, I think, Ron knows exactly what he's doing. And he says, like he says, the truth wins out in the end. If the truth doesn't win out, that's just, our chances, I guess give up on humanity. That's what I would do if the truth doesn't win out in the end. But to not tell them exactly what's going on, to just sugarcoat. And, I think Rand did think about it, and he says, 15 or 20% of the American are smart enough to understand what exactly my dad is saying. But there are still these 80% that are pretty stupid, and they don't have no idea what my dad's saying. So, in his mind, I think, is like, he can't do any more for us, which is, I could see why, but I still think it's a dangerous path that he's taking. he, maybe the only way to convince the other 80% is to do what he is doing, and I hope he succeed. I hope we succeed. I just hope nothing bad. You know, I hope he carries it with a caution. That's all I'm saying. That's what I have to say about it. I think you guys should be very supportive for Rand Paul. Take your anger out, on him, but at the same time, you have to understand what he's doing, and we can't expect everyone to be like understanding, how the world works and how how everyone works. Some people just like so scared, of like one day it might be, you know stuff might blow up on the back street, and you know so I think we should support him more, not discourage him more. And like I said, I understand where everyone's coming from. We should be looking out for him and how his decision here is going to impact him in the future. And I think we, in some way, have some obligation to see out exactly what's gonna happen, because we tried all we can. He's gonna try something new. Um, Ron did try this and it didn't work. But to give up, it's also not part of the option. So we should support him, and that's all I have to say.